Hey everyone, it's Sean here, your guide to Warcraft, and today I'm going to be showing you how to fish up some furious crawdads in the Burning Crusade Classic. This is the 30 stamina food. If you're a protection warrior like me, this is the best stamina food in the game that you can use, or you could just sell them, or you can just use them to level up your cooking to max and get those last 10 points that you need. Now, to start with, you're going to want to level your fishing all the way to 375. This is quite a slow burn. Skill ups are very slow, but you can do all of this in Zangarmarsh. You can start off in Umbrafen Lake to the east of Zangarmarsh, and as the higher you get, you can move over to the western side of Zangarmarsh until you get to 375, because you're going to need as much fishing skill as possible that you can get in order to actually fish up the furious crawdads without them swimming away. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go and find a fishing rod. Now, this fishing rod is a reward from this kid in the northern part of Lower City in Shatrath. Now, if you've already done the quest and vended it, you might be able to use the item restore page to get it back. If not, don't worry, there is an alternative in the classic version of the game. There was the big iron fishing rod, which, if you're lucky, might still be sold on the AH, or you can go out in the world and try and find one. It can be a little bit of a grind, though, so try and do the quest in Shatrath for that plus 20 skill. Next up, you're going to want to grab yourself a lure. Now, fishing vendors around the world can sell you different lures, from nightcrawlers to baubles to fish attractors. Now, the higher the lure skill, the better, so the fish attractors are the best one. Engineers can make these, which is the plus 100 skill. Alternatively, outside of Shatrath, there is a daily fishing quest, which will award you a bag of fishing treasures. And inside, you have a very high chance to get these sharpened fish hooks, which is another plus 100 lore, and they are far easier to get and no crafting involved. So now we have all of that set up complete, we can begin trying to fish up some crawdads. Now, these are only fishable in Terraca Forest at 3 unique locations. This is the very first one, just next to the Horde base. As you can see, quite high up, so you will need to be level 70, you will need a flying mount in order to get to the lakes needed. Now, the second lake is just above Illyrian's stronghold here, a little bit bigger. Now, if I show you the map, so we are just here, so this is lake number 2. It is also worth noting that you cannot just go to these lakes and fish them. You're looking for these, which are Highland mixed schools, so there are unique schools of fish that you can fish them at. And finally, we're going to head up the waterfall until we get to Blackwind Lake. This is the big Sketis area, currently absent of mobs in phase 1. All of this isn't in the game, so there's going to be a big lack of Arakoa and mobs. There will be elementals, warp stalkers, that kind of thing. But Blackwind Lake here, this is the bigger of the 3 lakes. So to recap that again, we have 1 lake above the Horde base, 1 lake above the Alliance base, and then 1 big lake in the Sketis area, which has the most spawn points of all the 3 lakes. So you're going to want to spend most of your time fishing around there. But if it is heavily camped, you do have some backup lakes to go to check for these pools. If you have your rod, your max fishing skill, and your lures, you should be lucky enough to fish up crawdads without them, like, swimming away. And if you're really lucky, you can get a Mr. Pinchy, which is just a fun little item, has a few little features. Now, there is one alternative to fishing if you want some spicy crawdads. In Shatrath, there is the Cooking Daily, which awards you a barrel of fish or a crate of meat. If you select the barrel of fish, you do have a small chance of getting furious crawdads in that barrel of fish. Now, that is an alternative. It's not very reliable, and you're not going to get very many from doing it, but if you really hate fishing and you want some of this fish, and you don't have the gold to buy it, that just gives you an alternative if you just prefer to do the Cooking Daily. Sometimes it can be very easy, like just going and grabbing mana berries. But that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.